Hi everyone, and welcome to CBA Student Services on how to read your high school transcript. We are glad that you're joining us for this video session. We are going to cover a lot of things with you regarding your transcript, so bear with us and pay attention, and we hope that you learn a lot. And as always, please feel free to come to the counseling office and ask the school counselors questions, make appointments, let us help you with these very important processes.
Our counseling office staff includes Miss Lynette Washam, our Student Services Secretary. It also includes myself, Renee Dilda, and I serve students with last names beginning A through GRE. Miss LaShonda Payne, who serves students with last names beginning GRI through PER, and Miss Gladys Diggs, serving students with last names PES through Z. Please remember that when you make an appointment to see a counselor, the items or issues that are discussed with your counselor are confidential unless it meets certain criteria, including harming yourself, harming someone else, or being in some kind of danger. And by law, we are required to report that information.
Let's start by looking at page 1 of your transcript. You should have your transcript in front of you, and I need for you to concentrate on the section called Student Information. Please make sure that all of the information in this section is accurate, including the spelling of your name, your address, your phone number, your birth date, and so on. At any time, if you find something that is inaccurate on your transcript, please make a note of it. You're welcome to write on your transcript and then let your homeroom teacher know so that they can make a note of it on their sheet to be turned into the counseling office so that we can follow up at a later time with you. Move down to the school information. This is basic school information for Charles B. Aycock, and then following school information is credit history. In credit history, we're going to take a look at 4 or 5 different sections, including the course, the mark, the weighted and unweighted quality points, and your earned credits. So as juniors, you can see that your courses are listed in chronological order beginning in 9th grade. For some of you, if you took high school credits in 8th grade, those will also be listed. The course name, the mark that you made in the class, which is the final grade, numerical grade that you earned for the class, your weighted and unweighted quality points, which are different if it is an honors or AP level course, so please take note of that. Remember, you do not earn extra credits for honors or AP courses, but you do earn more weighted quality points towards your GPA, and we'll talk more about that later in the video. And then if you pass the class, you will see an earned credit, typically 1. All of our classes or most of our classes are 1 credit. A few exceptions will be half credits, and if you are a transfer student, those credits may vary from school to school, but for the majority of you, the earned credit is 1. If you did not pass the class, then you'll see earned credit as 0. If you remember earlier I mentioned the weighted and unweighted quality points. We're going to take a look at this chart. Now this chart is just a sample of the entire chart, which is in your registration catalog, and I believe it is in your student handbook, and that can be found on the CBA website under Counseling Services. But for now we'll just look at the range from an 87 to a 94, and it is broken down into standard, honors, and AP quality points. So let's just look at, let's say for instance, if you made a 91 and it was a standard level class, you would earn 3.375 points towards your GPA. If you made that same grade, a 91, in an honors level class, you would earn an extra quality point, making it a 4.375. And if it was a 91 in an AP class, you would earn 2 extra quality points, which would be 5.375. So on your transcript, if you look at all of those points, those are the points that are added together and averaged to get both a weighted and unweighted GPA, which we'll look at in the next section in the performance information. If you will now turn to page 2 for performance information, for most of you this section will be at the top of page 2, and we're going to focus on the different weighted and unweighted points in this area, including weighted and unweighted GPA. So if you'll locate that information, your weighted GPA will always be higher than your unweighted GPA if you have taken any honors or AP level courses. So by looking at those two numbers and comparing them, that is a quick indicator to a college admissions recruiter or a scholarship committee that you have taken advanced courses if those two numbers are different. Now, if you'll also look at the total points weighted and unweighted, those points are a direct correlation to the weighted and unweighted points that are beside each of your courses on the previous page. So that's the total of all of those points added up. And then your GPA is the average of all of those points. So for example, if your total points equal 60 and you've taken 8 classes, then your GPA would be 60 divided by 8, and that would give you your GPA. Your total credits, your earned and potential, if you have passed all of your classes, then your earned should equal your potential credits. If you have not passed all of your classes, then your earned credits will be less than your potential. And then credits toward graduation, for the most of you, will also equal your earned credits. Unless you've taken some credits in middle school, that number might fluctuate or be a little bit different. But for the most part, your earned credits and credits towards graduation will be the same. Now, your class rank is based on your weighted GPA. Your class rank is as of the date that is listed there. We rank several times a year, so it just depends on when the last time we ranked as to when that date will be printed on your transcript. Remember, the closer you are to number 1, the higher your GPA is. The number 1 student in the class will have the highest weighted GPA for the junior class. That student will also be considered the chief marshal for graduation. In order to graduate, you must earn a minimum of 24 credits, and that is over the course of either 3 or 4 years, depending on what type of graduate you are. Now, we're going to cover the minimum credits required to be promoted from one grade level to the next. You have to earn a minimum of 6 credits to be promoted to 10th grade. You have to earn a minimum of 13 credits to be promoted to 11th grade, and a minimum of 20 credits to be promoted to 12th grade. The 24 credits that you must have to graduate have to be credits in certain categories. So let's start with the first category in the core areas. The core area requirements include English, which is 4 credits, Math, which is also 4 credits, Science, which is 3 credits, and History, which is 4 credits. In addition to these core area class requirements, all students must also earn 1 credit of Health and PE, which is typically earned in the 9th grade year. Next, let's talk about elective credits. First, let's speak about foreign language. Foreign language credits are optional, meaning they are not required for a high school diploma. However, if you're planning to attend a 4-year university directly out of high school after graduation, you must earn 2 credits of the same foreign language while in high school. Beyond the foreign language, the elective courses are considered any course or courses not required for graduation. Students will earn a minimum of 8 elective credits. However, most students will earn many more than 8 credits by the time they graduate. Electives can be courses in the core area subjects that are advanced, or in the vocational technical areas or the cultural arts. It's important to remember that students are only promoted over the summer unless you are a student who is eligible to graduate in the upcoming spring semester. And those students will be placed in a senior homeroom mid-year, which is usually around the end of January, beginning of February. There are several honors programs available at Charles V. Aycock High School. All of these honors programs are outlined in more detail in the registration catalog and in your student handbook. Both of those documents can be downloaded from the CBA website. For now, let's concentrate on discussing the marshals for graduation. The marshals are the top 7% of students in the junior class, and that is decided by the weighted GPA, which determines class rank. The number 1 student in the junior class is considered the chief marshal at graduation, and the number 2 student in the junior class is considered the assistant chief. Next, valedictorian and salutatorian. These honors are for the highest and second highest weighted GPAs in the senior class. Again, based on the weighted GPA, in the event of a tie, the unweighted GPA will be considered. Honor graduates are students who have an unweighted GPA of a 3.25. Please notice that this is unweighted, not weighted. National Honor Society is offered to 11th and 12th grade students who have a minimum 3.5 weighted GPA, and there's a point system in place for service, character, and leadership. The North Carolina Academic Scholars Program is part of a diploma award. It's awarded to students with a 3.5 unweighted GPA in addition to very specific advanced courses. All of these awards and honors are verified following the third 9 weeks of of the school year.
Well, we've gone over a lot of information regarding your high school transcript, and now we're going to tie everything together in an activity, and your homeroom teacher is going to provide you with a copy of a blank four-year plan that looks similar to this. It's going to be an opportunity for you to list the courses that you have already taken and completed, along with the courses that you anticipate to finish out your high school career. So in the columns, you're going to list the course and the level. For the 9th grade, you will list what year you were in the 9th grade, and then you'll list the courses according to the content areas that they fall into. So you'll tally those up, and at the bottom you're going to hopefully anticipate passing all of your classes, but for those of you who have already completed the school year, how many how many credits you earned at the end of each of those years, and we want those to tally up or total the minimums that are listed at the bottom once you're finished. Now on the back of this sheet, we have listed all of the courses that we offer here at CBA, and these are in alphabetical order. They're not by department, so make sure you use that as a reference as you're filling out your chart. Just a few other reminders. Remember that your transcript is unofficial, the copy that you have, which means you can write on it, use it for your records. It is not an official transcript. However, you do need to make sure that you store it in a safe place. It does have identifying information on it. I hope you have learned a lot from our video session today on understanding your transcript. Remember to have your homeroom teacher jot down any questions or concerns you have so that they can turn that into the counseling office, and we will follow up with you very soon.